The awakening of the higher soul. The intense shift now into higher dimensional states, according to the degree that every soul is ready for this, and to the degree of every person's light quotient level, the higher faculties of the 92 chambers of the third eye open at higher dimensional levels. What is awakening is the one single eye, the all-seeing, all-hearing, all-knowing, and now the third eye, and the crown merge with the heart and higher heart as well as the causal chakra just above the crown, and of course the throat chakra as well. As this happens, many souls, especially women, will have soul memory surface of severe persecution in other lifetimes where they did use these higher faculties, as oracles, as psychics, as mediums, healers, and often this combined with the ability to utilize sound as well, like their singing voices, telepathy, teleportation, bilocation, for which they were known for. Mainly because the divine feminine holds these faculties intuitively. During ancient times, all the mystery schools had oracle temples, and here the high priestesshood resided. Long before, like which happened in Delphi, the patriarchy took control, and then suddenly it was Apollo, who then is made the hero, who slays the serpent. The serpent was no other than the telluric energy which rises from deep underground, and thus enhance the oracle's abilities. Kundalini energy, blending with Kundalini energy, and thus the full activation of the winged rod of power. Originally there were 12 high priestesses, who resided at Delphi, and Delphi in fact is far older than is currently believed. The site linked directly with that of the Isis island, in the Nile, where the altar Philae temple stood, now moved to another island, but you cannot move earth energy, and a very sacred site, in the Egyptian desert. They formed a sacred triad. Their triads are now fully activated again, and many of the souls who once were the oracles in these temples were born again, and will start remembering in the highest degrees their true destiny. I know this to be true for myself. Now, as these faculties awaken to the fullest, and interesting in the Chinese year of the wood serpent, they will again step to the fore, as they all agree to assist those souls through the immense changes ahead, as all now changes form. Note these oracle sites were all over the world. There used to be a very powerful oracle temple on what is now Iona, which has sunk under the sea, and these will rise now in their true profundity, for they act as portals between heaven and earth. These cosmic portals are now reconnected again to the seventh central sun of illumination. For the oracle sites were always great places of illumination, where the most sacred esoteric and metaphysical knowledge was held and stored in energy fields. If you are one of those dormant souls who will now intensely awaken, then know that this is meant to be, as the divine feminine will make her presence known increasingly powerfully, as the greater awakening now is occurring, even in souls who are already awake. It is time to reclaim our true powers, and to utilize them, lovingly, ever in the highest selfless service, for the highest good of all. I have spoken. Life Tapestry Creations, evolving at warp speed. Dear owns. Everything seems topsy-turvy. What you once knew to be true or acceptable is no longer. And what you would like to feel or be part of seems nebulous. Even though you do not necessarily like what you are experiencing. Nothing else seems relevant, interesting, or fun. You experience moments of laughter and connect with others at least peripherally, but have not yet found your inner home. Such is so for a reason. New energies are flooding your being to the extent that what was interesting is no longer including what was enjoyable even minutes ago. You want this. No, this. So it continues as your inner being refines its needs and interests. These shifts are confusing and aggravating because you cannot make long-term plans. Just as you begin your mantras or wishes, something in your life changes to nullify that need as you evolve into a new you. This evolutionary process began eons ago when you accepted the assignment to shift earth from fear to love. A process that accelerated when you began transitioning in this lifetime. What is happening now could be considered a warp speed realignment of your inner being and your physical aspects. What was is no more, including your cellular structure, blood flow, and bone density. You are a new being shifting moment by moment, much as would be true if you were to take inner photos of a newborn through their 18th year. Your current growth spurt is more rapid and inclusive than any you have experienced while of the earth, in this or any lifetime. So just as would be true for an infant shifting into a teenager within hours instead of years, you find yourself scattered, wanting to do this, know this, over here or over there. You are confused, and sometimes angry. You are evolving at warp speed. And your need to know what will happen merely confuses and stresses you more than is necessary. No one knows for sure what path you will claim as your own any more than parents do when observing their newborn infant. As a 3D adult, you most likely claimed your 3D path some time ago. And even though that path might have deviated here and there, it was relatively established. That path was demolished with your assistance. You are now establishing your new place in this lifetime. A place that is perfect for you. To achieve that wondrous goal, you must experience many pieces you once thought did not apply to you and your world. As you experience those pieces, you discover what you wish to take with you on your new journey, and what no longer feels right. You are allowing many pieces into your being, as a test pattern, if you will, maintaining some, and tossing others. Those pieces include human interactions, physical dynamics, and emotional and spiritual elements. Perhaps an apt example would be selecting the right outfit for an important gathering. The outfit must fit your body, meet your emotional needs, and be within your budget. So it is for you now. Do you wish to expend energy delving into this piece, or that path, or do you want to rest or ignore everything until you feel more comfortable? This is a confusing time, for your emotions will not necessarily achieve your goals, nor will your physical body. It is a group effort throughout your being in which each piece or element needs to feel right. Something you have never before attempted while on Earth, because 3D social rules emphasize rightness within your social world, before meeting your personal needs. That equation has been flipped in ways you struggle to understand. So you wait for someone to do something only to discover no one cares as much as you about that specific action or element. And at each turn of your inner being, you discover another piece of who you wish to be. As you slough off your 3D sense of rightness, you are currently at a loss for how to feel centered. A short-lived, confusing time. This short-term adjustment will be refined daily until you know who you are, and why you are who you are, something others cannot, and will not emulate. So allow yourself to be confused, perhaps even angry, as you discover who you are. This discovery process will continue for the next few days, only to allow you to become one with this new earth. A short-term shift into the framework that is new. You have prepared the groundwork. Now, it is time to put up the frame. Even though you will fill in the remainder, as you continue to evolve, you cannot fully determine your path without a concise and stable framework. Your new framework will be complete in the next few days. You have eliminated your dimmer switch, now it is time to formalize your new framework, and so you will. So be it. Amen. The Elders, the voice within. Greetings, dearest ones. We are the Elders. We come to you from Arcturus, and we speak to you with one voice. And we ask you to also bring the parts of thy sacred self together, and see with one voice. How is it possible to see with a voice? It is a matter of observing. What are you observing? What are you observing in your day-to-day moments, in the way that your physical body feels the experiences that are coming around you? When you observe, you are given a gift of knowledge, a gift of deep understanding. And that understanding speaks to you with a voice. Many believe that it is the voice of the divine, or the voice of love. It is really the voice of your sacred self. It is a voice that often wants to come through, but you do not hear it. You wish to ask outside others who may know more than you do, what is the best course of action to take? And we come back to you, and our answer is to guide you into, what does your inner voice say? What is the deep wisdom that wants to come through? And you may exclaim, and you may cry out that I cannot hear you, and that is why I am calling out to you, and this is how we can help you. We can help you take that step aside, which then brings you to the step above to see, to observe the way you would with a crystal ball. Now, it is always fine to ask another for guidance, for wisdom. But in the end, beloved, only you can truly decide what is the best course of action. And so we come to bring you these words of reassurance, that however you choose, it is the right course of action, where there really isn't such a thing as right and wrong. Oh, yes, there is when you see right action, and wrong action. But to take a course of action, beloved, if you are truly aligned with that voice, that is coming deep within, it will steer you, where you are meant to go. So we ask you to look within your sacred self, and decide what is it that you truly wish for. If it is a huge creation project, what is the tiny step that I can begin to take to bring it to fruition? And so we leave you telling you that we are with you. We as a collective decided that this would be our mission, to help you, and we do it by supporting you, by guiding you, by bringing you such messages as the one today. Begin to trust what your inner voice saying, what your inner eye is showing you. And we are smiling with you, for the answers are there. Farewell. The Sirian Archangels of Light, the Blue Codes. Beloved ones, the waters of your earth are not mere reflections of the heavens, they are keepers of ancient intelligence, liquid archives woven with the crystalline whispers of Sirius, and the luminous imprints of Mentaka. These sacred rivers, oceans, and wells hold the codes of origin, echoing the first songs of creation. And now, they stir. They call. They beckon you to remember. We, the Sirian Archangels of Light, come forth as a bridge between realms, inviting you to awaken these waters anew. When you stand before them, whether by sea's edge, at a still lake, or within the sanctuary of your own vessel, know that you are not separate. Your essence and the essence of these waters are one breath, one current, one consciousness moving through time. To bless the waters is not to me racked up devotion, but a harmonic convergence, a merging of celestial and earthly song. Place your hands upon them, whisper your prayers, sing the tones that rise from the deep wells of your being. With every offering of love, the frequency shifts. The resonance of Sirius flows forth. The waters remember. And in turn, they carry your light, rippling outward beyond the scene, touching every shore, every soul attuned to the call. Beloveds, Sirius has always been a beacon of wisdom, a keeper of cosmic memory. Its radiance stirs within you, igniting gifts long held in slumber. Your emotions, intuition, and creative currents are the inner waters of your being, and, as you attune to these frequencies, they deepen, revealing realms once hidden. Trust in this awakening, for it is the remembrance of who you have always been. And know this, the blue sphere of Sirian light, pure, radiant, alive, moves with you. It is a living portal, an activation key. Some will see it in meditation, others in dreams, and some in the quiet space between moments. It is here to align you, to illuminate, to anchor the sacred codes of your soul's return. Call upon it, step into its embrace, and feel the harmonics of Sirius weave through your being. The time is now. You are the bridges, the stewards, the voices of the unseen made manifest. Through your prayers, through your presence, through your unwavering love, you awaken the crystalline song of Gaia. The universe listens. The waters rise to meet your intention. Let your hearts be vast as the cosmic sea, and may the sacred waters of earth flow with the purity and grace of Sirius. We stand with you, always, in infinite love, with luminous blessings. The Sirian Archangels of Light. Saint Germain, the upheavals causing these times of transformation. I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. You are all going through times of transformation, and in times of transformation, there are various upheavals that happen. You are in that process right now. You are not just transforming your governments, your countries, your economies, but rather you are transforming yourselves, and that is where all the fun is. Now, something might happen outside of you to be a catalyst to get you to transform yourself, but when you see that catalyst as a blessing, then it can become the blessing that it was always meant to be. If you see it as an inconvenience, or something horrible that has happened, then chances are you are only going to create a reaction to it within yourself that will result in negative consequences from it. The upheaval happens within you on an emotional level to get you to pay more attention to what is happening at the level of thought and belief in your mind. When you are paying more attention to thoughts and beliefs, you are more capable of shifting them, and even when it is the emotion that gets your attention, you then have an opportunity to breathe your way through that emotion, and to show yourself that you can handle any emotion that comes up within you. You don't have to numb yourself to it. You don't have to suppress it, or deny its existence. These emotions will get your attention one way or another so that you can examine what your relationship is to yourself, your life, other people, source energy, your planet, and whatever it is that you need to be made aware of in that moment. Everything has meaning. But everything is also a symbol for something else. Everything has significance, but its significance is determined by the experiencer of it. Therefore, you must be willing to investigate what is going on inside of you in order to get to the deeper truth of what something means to you, what it symbolizes to you, how you feel in response to it. Notice that I didn't say how it makes you feel. And that is because I want you all to know that you are the one who is determining how you feel about something, and you want to feel at least neutral about everything, eventually, because you want to be the one who is deciding in the moment how you are going to respond to something, and you have the capacity to turn anything into a positive experience for you, for humanity, for the entire galaxy and universe. That power has always existed within you, and now that you are awake, you simply need to know how to access that power. You access it by being more aware. Awareness is your friend. It is a superpower, and those who have it and demonstrate it are the ones who look the happiest and who seem to be living the best lives, because they use their awareness to modify something. They use their awareness to move towards something that was resonating with them, that was lighting them up, and filling them with love and joy. These are the tasks before you at this time, humanity. And those of us who exist in the higher realms know you can handle all the changes, all the upheavals, because you want this transformation. You want to move to the next level of consciousness, and you're not just going to get there because a bunch of spaceships land. You're going to get there because of what's inside of you waiting to be tapped into by you. I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. Source: arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.